Hi, welcome to this interesting story. There was once in ancient times a village called Binden. In it lived a very peculiar 20 years old girl named Emily. She lived alone, yes, alone, because her parents were killed in her old village. She never came the reason why they were killed. Since that tragic day, she was collecting medicinal plants in the field because she loved to make strong mixtures. Suddenly, when she returned to the village, she was stunned to see that her parents were being sacrificed, and with a pain in her soul, she had to flee the place because I knew the next one would be her.
If I want this mixture to work, I need a carnation flower. Where can I find it? Here it is, the only place where I can find it in a cemetery. Then I think I'll have to make a visit to the cemetery.
Emily picking flowers.
Oh, hello. I hope not to bother. I just came to collect some flowers.
There is no problem. Beautiful.
Thanks. Actually, I think that's enough, so I'd better go now.
Wait. Don't go. Stay and talk to me.
The lady said she has to go.
Wow, run so fast. I thought he never leave. Oh, Emily, you look a little pale. Are you okay? That's accidentally offensive. There, I prefer it alive.
Wait, how do you know my name?
I know because I have been watching you. It does not seem now, but I am really your protective spirit. Your parents before they sent me to protect you. I may not know yet, but just like your parents, you are a witch.
Emily is very confused, doesn't know what to believe or what to think, but she questions her own belief. Is possible that she is a witch?
Will it be true? Is the dead man right? I know that sometimes I perform rituals a little strange, but I have always been like this since. Little girl, I don't know why. This cannot be true. There has to be another explanation for this.
Oh, yes, it's true. Look very small if you make potions. Those are not common mixtures.
Maybe it's science. I've always liked to make these strange potions.
Convince you of what I am telling you is true. I am going to introduce you to other guys. I want you to know then that everyone learn about that they become a good thing.
The dead man introduced this group of sorcerers to Emily. Her name is Witches Club. She know each of her members whose names are Solari, Sam, Maudry, Gillette, and Sarah.
We are a group of sorcerers. We want you to keep in mind that here we are learning and we experience the great gift that characterizes us. Our goal is not to perform the practice of black magic. Our purpose is to exploit skills.
Believe me, we are happy to have a new member in our group. Welcome.
Of course, we will have so much fun. And Emily, don't be afraid to meet these new spirits.
Emily began to interact with the boys, accept who she is, began to know more about the world of witchcraft, and even become the best of all. Emily became a stranger. Now she is unwavering and above all unique. A few later, Emily began to think out about her past. ask herself question and just so she discovers that many years ago famous soccer sorcerer named Hildred used named Hildred used a position to revive one these his daughters how had died unjustly. However, the opinion did not work and everything remained in a failed attempt. Emily thought we should look for the missing part of the shell. I know we can make it work.
Of course, we are so powerful. We can achieve anything.
Yeah, let's do it. This will be so much fun.
I think it's very risky to make the potion. We could die trying.
If we don't try, we'll never know what's gonna happen.
It's alright.
The next day in the morning, Emily arrived at the graveyard and in the grave promised her parents that she would revert them.
I promise you that you will live again so that the people will pay for the damage they caused to us.
Emily began to share for the substance and plant she needed. After having found them, she began to prepare them and let them rest overnight so that I can work in the early morning of the next day. After this, Emily goes to sleep and enters a deep sleep where her parents appear and they tell her,
Darren, is use that potion. The whole town will die because you are going in with it in your heart.
Yes, daughter. Listen to your dad.
Emily wakes up in the early morning, they takes the potion and remembers her parents' words. But in the midst of her doubt and her terror, Emily decides to ignore such words. So then they take the bottle of the potion, and when he opened in the plants around him did immediately, the Emily saw the damage it could cause. Emily reconsidered that she could bring death to all the people in town, and that include reviving her parents. So Emily decided to forgive, return to now to ask for forgiveness, and then be able to revive her parents.
Is that you? Emily? Yes, I am.
Oh my god, is that Dower of Sorceries?
You know how sorry we are for what happened a few years ago.
What?
Yes, it's true. In fact, we were looking for you all this time.
What?
I know your mom had your dog and you disturbed of
But we didn't know that your parents' intentions were good.
Yes, your parents did want her.
But now you are here. Despite the pain we all caused.
We don't expect you to forgive us. But really, I'm sorry.
Emily, with much emotion in her heart, addressed the vigilers with the most sincere words.
I have in my hands the power to revive my parents, but I could not because otherwise the whole village would die. When I saw my dead parents, felt so much hatred and disgust. I couldn't even know I had to run away. However, today I forgive them.
Emily, after having forgiven, rushing to her home where the potion was determined to go to the graveyard of to perform its spell, but the potion was gone. It was gone. Emily cried bitterly, but then Abigail knocks on the door and tells her,
Is it clear now? If there is no forgiveness and love, this would be a failure.
then Emily she summoned and the people and made a celebration where she forgave the people when Emily made the act of love and forgiveness. Then there was a magnificent disappointment. The death become Emily's sister and everyone happy fun stayed on that night full of happiness and peace. Okay, and this is the end of the story. I hope and you liked it. Thank you.